It is very unfair for you to accuse a man of rape falsely. I cannot emphasize this enough. I cannot say it enough. It is very unfair. It is very unjust. You create so much damage in that man's life, and then you make it even more difficult for people to listen to the victims, the true victims who actually have been raped by individuals, because now we have to weigh what every victim says. Is it true? Could she be lying? Could she be telling the truth? And it's not fair on the victims. It's not fair on the victims who have actually been raped. It's not fair on the guy when he's actually innocent. Justice for Izu. When I first heard that story, I was so mad. I'm still mad. I'm sure you can tell. I was so mad. I'm still mad because it's very unfair. What gives you the right to use social media as a tool to inflict pain in someone's life? Pain unjustly. Because if you've done your research, you have your facts, then come out and say something. That's fine. But you don't have anything other than one person's story. You do not call the other party to hear their side of the story and then decide. What gives you the right to just put someone's name on a list of rapists that you decided on your own to compile? Yes, your intentions were good. You were trying to help people to steer clear of these guys so that they don't fall victims. That's all well and good. But what research did you carry out? It is so unfair that Izu has lost his life now because he could not deal with the pressure of being falsely accused of rape. The stories on social media say that he reached out to this lady with a Twitter account who put his name on the list. He reached out to her several times. She refused to give him the details that he needed. He tried to plead his case. She still refused, said she's protecting her victims or protecting the people that talk to her. That's all well and good, but did you sit to think that maybe he's innocent? That if he's making so much attempt to reach out to you to try and clear his name, that maybe, just maybe, there's something more than what the lady had actually told you? No, you didn't. Why am I venting? Why am I ranting? Because yesterday I watched his pre-scheduled post, which played after he had killed himself. And in the video, he said something and he was like, it's okay. It's not okay. Suicide is not okay. Bullying is not okay. False accusations are definitely not okay. And who is going to pay for it? Now, I'm not saying that these two ladies killed him. No. But they definitely played a part in his death. And that is why I am angry. Were there other ways they could have handled the situation? Yes, I believe they were. I read his write-up, what he said in his video, thanking his parents, and I just kept thinking, God, please help us to raise strong children, emotionally strong children, spiritually strong children, because he said he had been battling with the mental health issues. Please help us to be sensitive to the needs of those who are battling with one mental health issue or another, because they are more susceptible to succumbing to suicide when life gets too hard. So we need to be more sensitive and be more aware so that if there's anything we can do to help them, we do. But we do not need false accusations on their life, because for them, life is already doubly hard than it is for us. It is so unfair. So what's going to happen to his family? Now they have to mourn his loss and he died over a false allegation? Social media says the girl had asked him out and he turned her down. So I'm really struggling to understand why on earth she thought this was okay to do. Suicide is an awful thing. God created you for a purpose. He has a plan for your life. And can I just tell you that even if you are in love with the Lord, walking according to his ways, life will get hard, because life is hard. They used to tell us that, oh, once you come to Jesus, everything's going to be rosy. He's going to solve all your problems. But can I just tell you that that is not true? What he is going to do, and what he does do, is give you strength to go through whatever you need to go through. Because sometimes we end up in messes that we created. But he doesn't leave us. He gives us the strength to go through it. Sometimes he gives it to us internally. Sometimes he gives it to us through the people that surround us. And that's why life is so important, because he has a plan for you. He has a purpose. He did not put you on this earth for you to commit suicide and take your own life. It is very sad that people still do. I, for one, do not like it. And it grieves my heart and it burdens me to hear that people decide suicide is their best option. On the flip side, may the Lord help us all to be the kind of friends that recognize when our friends are in that frame of mind and gear up into action. May we not be the silent friends who come later to cry and say, oh, if I knew it was that bad. No, may we be the kind of friend the Bible talks about when the Bible says, if one is weak, do not expose them to the world. You as an elder one, gently pick them up, help them walk until they are strong enough to keep walking on their own again. Our world is so individualistic. We're also consumed with making it. We want to do this. We want to make this money. We want to have this kind of lifestyle. And there's nothing wrong with that. If there's anything COVID-19 has taught us, is that the most things in life are the people around you. Especially now when you cannot go out. COVID-19 is teaching us that the things that matter the most are people, are relationships. So we should do what we can to invest in the relationships we have, to make them healthy, to make them positive, to make them whole. I pray for Izu who has lost his life. I pray for his family, that God will give them the grace to bear this loss. I pray for the girls who played a hand in his death, that God will give them wisdom so that they do not repeat this to anybody else, and that God will give them the grace to forgive themselves, because the truth is we all make mistakes. Not all our mistakes are this costly. Signing out because this is a sad topic and it makes me so mad.